So we are out here at the Shamrock Irish Pub and Eatery in Marietta with the owner, Graham, here.
Hi.
Hi. So we are here for a very special reason because this weekend is going to be St. Patrick's Day. And if you can't tell already from the accent, where are you from?
I'm from Dublin in Ireland, obviously. That's the accent gives me away straight away.
Yes. So we just wanted to ask you a few questions coming from, the authentic point of view of St. Patrick's Day here. So first, can you just tell us a little lowdown of what St. Patrick's Day really means and is?
Well, what it is basically is it's a celebration of our patron saint, who's called St. Patrick. And it's cotton on. It used to be just celebrated in Ireland, but obviously, as I'm sure everybody knows, it's celebrated around the world now. And it's really just a celebration of St. Patrick, and he brought Christianity to Ireland way back thousands of years ago. And what it's developed into is probably the biggest worldwide party in the world, on the planet, I suppose. Everybody likes to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
All right, St. Pat, we like that.
Yeah,
right?
I get an excuse to have a great time.
That's right.
Everybody likes that.
That's right.
So is it the same sort of a theme? So we fill the holiday with, the shamrock and the leprechauns and the whole thing. Is that the same thing in Ireland, or did we just create that?
No, it's much the same thing. I think in America they bring it to a different level, which I think we embrace. We love to see that. Back in Ireland, it's a big party. It's the same. We have parades going through the streets of most of the counties in Ireland. People are dressing up in their green and white and leprechaun outfits, and all going to the pubs to listen to live music and live bands, traditional and Irish dancers. So it's much the same, along the same lines.
So where do we get the folklore of the little green guy and the gold and the rainbow?
Well, you see, that's the biggest mystery to come out of Ireland, and there's not many people know the secrets behind the leprechauns.
Right.
And if I were to share any of that with you, being a true Irishman,
I was going to say,
I'd be cast out from the nation. So I'm afraid.
No, we can't have that.
No, we couldn't have that. No. So the leprechauns have to remain anonymous.
Oh.
But anything else?
But do you know how to catch one?
I can't speak about that either, because then I would be hunted down. People would be looking to get one from me in case I did have one. But the truth about it is, no, I don't.
Oh, darn it. My grandkids want to know how to catch one so bad.
I'm sorry, I can't help you on that angle.
Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, so the big thing is we like to party hardy. Tell us about Irish dancing.
Well, Irish dancing is I think most countries around the world have their own culture when it comes to music and song and dance. And same as Ireland, it's been going around since the beginning of time, and anybody that's been to Ireland will know that we're a nation of song and dance and socialising. In fact, we're branded with it, here come the Irish crowd singing and dancing and being drunk.
And they start them young dancing over there.
Yeah, they do indeed, and they have Irish dancing classes here as well. I mean, we have some local ones, and some of the kids, they start off when they're as soon as they can walk, they have them Irish dancing. So it's really nice to see it. Yeah.
That's good.
And then, of course, Michael Flatley brought it all hugely to life with the river dance.
Yeah.
Back in, I believe it was 1994, during the Eurovision Song Contest, believe it or not. And that was the first time that was displayed at the break. They brought out the river dance, and that's the first time anybody seen that, and that blew up to be huge. And he's actually a New Yorker, second generation Irish.
We have the Titanic.
Yeah, well, the Titanic, unfortunately, is a bit of a sad story when it comes to the Irish, because we were on the lower level.
Right.
So emigrating, I suppose, all them people coming over from Ireland over to...
But one of the most famous songs came out of that, right?
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio, he got great money out of it, I'm sure, in the movie.
DiCaprio.
Yeah. Was he Irish?
No.
Italian, I would have said, but anyway.
Yes.
If you don't know, Graham and Paul, right, together?
Yeah.
You guys are the founders not only of the Shamrock Pub here, but you're the founder of the Get Shamrock.
Yeah, the Get Shamrock Irish Music Festival that we do every September. Myself and Paul, and then Patrick Ellis from the Chamber of Commerce in Marietta. Yeah, the three of us started it all off, and we're coming up to our 7th event now in September, 27th to 28th of September.
And tell us, people come from all over, we know.
Yeah, they do. They fly in from all over the country, because we don't just use local bands here. We basically hunt down bands. We had one last year from Sweden, one flying from Australia. We've had them from all over, so we like to keep it fresh every year. So and this year will be no exception.
We've been every year. It's so fun to.
It's fantastic.
It's
really
fun
is.
to go and see everybody get dressed up and have a hootin' time. And
it sure is.
It's great.
We're out here at Mountain View Tire and Auto Services on Newport and Winterhawk, a new business that just started in Menifee. And this is Elio, the manager, and he can tell you about the services that they provide.
Well, first off, Mountain View Tire is a family-owned and operated business. We've been in business over 30 years. We're happy to be here in Menifee. We are a full-service automotive repair facility, open 7 days a week. We're only closed 5 days a year. And we offer services from the simple flat repair and oil changes to suspension, tune-ups, fluids, the maintenance on all your vehicles, top to bottom. And of course, we are the only shop here in town that is open Sunday from 8 to 4 every day. Our phone number here is 951-723-1137. Some of you may notice we have sent out a lot of coupons and mass flyers showing the community what we do and where we are. If you missed out on those, you can always go to our website, which is www.mountainviewtire.com. Check out the coupons and services there as well.
So, what is your favorite Irish song?
Oh my God. There's so many.
Okay, you probably have a favorite song when you were a kid, but what's your favorite drinking song?
Most of my favorite songs would stem from what I was brought up in Dublin, as I say, and my father was a lover of a band called the Dubliners.
Yeah.
A famous Irish band. And one of the guys that was in the Dubliners was called Luke Kelly, and he wrote a lot of lyrics and so on. And he would probably be, most of his music would probably be my favourite to listen to be honest. I don't have one particular song, but Luke Kelly was such a great balladeer, as we'd call it, singing ballads, phenomenal voice. So yeah, Google Luke Kelly, you'll enjoy it. Fantastic. The Dubliners, yeah.
So what do you expect to be happening here on St. Patrick's Day?
Well, so anybody that's been with us here in the previous few years will know that we put a tent on the outside of the building just to increase our capacity, because we're only a small place that holds 150 people. But on St. Patrick's Day we squeeze in a few more people. We won't talk about figures, but it's a fantastic day. We put a tent on the outside of the building, which gives us a lot more space. We have an outside bar.
Booked?
The bands. We've got 3 bands. Michael Kelly, the Irish fiddler, will be starting off.
Yeah.
He starts, I believe, at 11:45 and he'll go through till 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And in between that we'll have Irish dancers and a bagpipe player. And we'll also have a DJ on stage playing some Irish music, filling in the gaps when the bands are changing over. 3 o'clock we'll have Kia Whiskey playing. That's a 5-piece band. We use them here quite a lot on Fridays or Saturdays. They'll be playing from 3 o'clock through till about 6 or 6:30. And then the big one, the big finale, will be Kick Stomp Ensemble, formerly known as Kiel Bordel.
I was just going to ask.
And
That's my favorite.
They bring the party to town. They'll be finishing it off from about 8 o'clock.
So they reformed, is all they did?
Yeah, well, they changed their name because they wanted to mix it up a bit and play a different style of music slightly. They still play a lot of the ones that they did.
So they do a little bit more punky stuff now?
Not really punky, I wouldn't say. No, more, they stretch it across, everything, 90s music, 2000 music. They just wanted to open their horizons.
Awesome.
Yeah, they really bring the party, you know.
Yeah,
so
I was just going to ask you about cable.
So it should rock that day. And needless to say, we'll have the green beer as well and all the bits and pieces to go with it. Irish dances, we'll have them going on through the day.
Soda bread?
No, we don't have soda bread, no. Because a lot of people, it's not everybody's fancy soda bread.
It's not an Irish thing?
It is.
It is, but it's not.
Not everybody's thing, you know.
Flat and you kind of
I love it.
I
love it, but I grew up on it. But we did have it here a few years ago, and it was just going to waste. People, you either love that stuff or you hate it.
Yeah, it's an acquired
taste.
It is.
Number one thing you serve here? The biggest item.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fish and chips, shepherd's pie. Fish and chips is huge, and then we do a 50-50 now where we do scampi and fish.
Yum.
So it's but fish and chips is absolutely huge for us here. People come from all over. That's the secret's in the batter, I think. It's a beer batter that we make ourselves in there, that the chefs make. So it is delicious. Yeah.
And do you use any kind of beer or just?
We use Irish beer, but
You
so I'm not
use
going
Irish beer?
Again, secrets, trade secrets.
That little
The leprechaun.
Yeah, well,
The leprechaun's making
So when on St. Patrick's Day, do you have to have a reservation? Because I know it's jam-packed.
No, you
People wanna
don't.
come.
You don't have to have. What we do every year is we pre-sell a wristband for people that want to pre-buy it. We call it the VIP package, and with that they get a T-shirt that commemorates the day here with the name of the pub on it and a
Go
design.
ahead and tell them, how much is
Yeah,
it?
well, it's already sold out,
It's
so
all
there's no.
sold
Yeah.
out. Can't get it.
But on the day we'll open at
But
11
you can let
a.m.
me in, right?
Oh yeah.
Ah!
No, we're not sold out for customers to come along. That's just, we only sell 100 of them and we stop it at that. And then the doors will open at 11 a.m. and it's a $15 cover charge.
Okay.
It's the only day of the year that the Shamrock charges a cover charge, because obviously the bands charge 3 or 4 times what they normally do. The tent,
Because it's
the trailers,
it's
the
New Year's Eve of
of
Ireland.
Ireland, I suppose it is.
Yes.
So it's a very expensive day to put on. So the only day we pride ourselves that we never charge a cover charge to see bands in here. We're all about the live music. But on St. Patrick's Day, it's a case of having to cover all our expenses. And all our staff work a lot of hours and so on. So yeah, it's a $15 cover charge. 11 a.m. we open up and we'll close at God knows what time.
It's an Irish
Yeah.
pub till the last man sings.
Yeah, we
right?
have to
The
be closed
fat
by
lady
2
comes
a.m.
in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
So I did hear in doing some research that you guys are like rated the #1 Irish pub in Southern California.
Yeah, we won that. We won that twice in a row, actually. 2 years on the trot. I'm not sure about this. Well, obviously this year's hasn't happened yet, but yeah, we won it, I believe, in 2015 and 2017.
Yeah.
And basically it's I don't really know how they do it, but I know it's done throughout the country.
Right.
And in California, I think they break it down in states, and in California we were voted the #1 Irish pub,
Whole California.
which is fantastic. Which we were.
That is so
That's
exciting.
Yeah.
great. That's great. Well, we want to thank you for sitting and chatting with us.
No problem.
Want to invite our friends to come by, and of course, come by for St. Patrick's Day, but also get ready for gearing up for Get Shamrocked. It's
Get
gonna be a
Shamrocked. I
fun
believe
day.
it's the 27th and 28th of September. So this is basically St. Patrick's Day. We call it halfway to Get Shamrocked.
halfway to Get
Yeah.
Shamrocked.
So it's
And what's the address?
the address here is 39252 Winchester Road, where it meets Muriel Hot Springs Road.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Graham.
You're welcome.
It's been a joy talking with you.
Yeah, it's been nice to do this. So thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.